This is going to be the fun part when we're starting to use STLs and creating different data structures like a vector. It's easy. And we could use something easy for a change, right? Now remember, when we're creating a vector specifically from the STLs, it has built-in features that we don't have to create. They're already built in for us, and they'll use any object that we want. Now, I'm showing you two instances of this. Vector of a simple data type of integers. It'll take care of integers and all the basic data types that we could use. But frankly, it's more powerful when we have a vector of custom objects like students in this case. So let me go with this first. This is three different ways of creating a vector. I at least wanted to show you the different ways. It looks like an array, doesn't it? Especially the last one here. And yeah, it's about right. Otherwise, it's going to create a vector of 23 spaces. And there I'm going through using a for loop to use the at function, which is already in the STL function set up for a vector. I grab that initial value at I and then go ahead and display it, which really is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I get away with that. Now, you'll notice I use the same idea down below, but there's a change. When I start using my custom objects, I have to create them first, and then you'll see my pushback function, which might be the first time you've seen that yet, other than maybe going over the functions before. But anyway, so I'm pushing Walt Highland and Eric Munson onto the vector. So it should be Walt Highland and then Eric Munson as we go ahead and display it out. And that's true, but here's the thing. As I use my for loop to display everything, that cout that you see right there is actually using the overloaded cout that you and I had already built with the complete class profile. That's why I really harped on using that complete class profile because, hey, that made our code real easy, and we've done the overloaded couts before. So it made things really easy on us when it came to setting this entire thing up. So notice, this is simple with a little bit of help from our complete class profile. Now, as we look at the output, by the way, I've gone over this. One thing, it was a mistake on my part. Notice the number that I had there for Eric? That number was supposed to be, for student, it was actually supposed to be an unsigned int. You know, scores were supposed to be a certain value. Well, if we looked at Eric there, by the way, and had a negative 100 for an unsigned int, which only means it can be positive, and that's why I got that really, really long number. So I wanted to show you a mistake that I made too, because if you see something like that, now you know why.